Hello, hello, and welcome back for more mismanagement, mistakes, and immediately regrettable decisions as Perfidious Beat plays XCOM The Long War. Yeah, watching me play is sort of like having sex for the first time. It's weird, nerve-wracking, little uncomfortable, and vaguely unsatisfying in just sort of a way you can't really quite put your finger on. And, well, unfortunately for you, that's where the similarities end, because my play, unlike sex, is not destined to improve with time, and it probably won't leave you eager to try it again as soon as possible. But hey, if you're looking for a little nostalgic flashback to the first time your awkward moves got you some action in the backseat of Mom's Ford Taurus, well then strap on in, because this train runs full speed to Flashback Town, and it ain't stopping till it comes off the rails. And speaking of trains, flashbacks, and train wrecks and flashbacks at any rate, let's talk about our last mission. Train wreck may be overselling a little bit, but it didn't go too terribly well. We had a terror mission down in Mexico, and on that mission, old Jonathan Slick Shoes Key Kwan got a little overly familiar with a seeker, thought he would dabble in some tentacular autoerotic asphyxiation, and unfortunately for Jonathan, that worked out pretty much exactly how you'd expect it to work out, so he's going to be spending the next 8 days in the hospital. And that's really only double his fatigue time, so not a huge deal, but far more problematic. As you can see, we are missing an alloy shiv from our ranks, and the reason for that is because Maria, our little machining mensch, made the ultimate sacrifice, standing toe-to-toe with a mechtoid for like 3 turns, while he just brutally beat her down. I mean, man, it was like Ike and Tina style beating. It was awful. She did manage to put him down before he took her out, but she did then get finished off, I think, by a seeker. So she's going to be out of commission for a goodly while, and when I say a goodly while, I really mean it. 49 days to rebuild her, because Dr. Shen, talented engineer that he is, apparently has a team of fucking monkeys working on repairing her around the clock. So, delightfully done. Maybe you could assign 1 human trooper, or did you just take the guys who don't have opposable thumbs, and they're the ones that you task with rebuilding Maria? I'm going to assume that's it. A lot of your guys probably lose fingers in shop accidents. I gotta think shop safety probably isn't really your priority, so it's the thumbless guys who are clearly the ones rebuilding Maria. But at any rate, there is one item also on our sort of maintenance list. Should have done this earlier while we were in the barracks, but no reason to not go back. If you'll note, Taylor Swift 17 will, and we finally got enough meld that we can sort of fix that. What we're going to do is we're going to take Taylor Swift, and we are going to send her down to the old butcher shop. And by butcher shop, I mean cybernetics lab. We do need 10 credits and 10 meld to get this started, so we're going to sell off a couple items here just to get enough cash that we can start chopping Tay-Tay and get her back in action as quickly as possible. You know what? Let's get rid of some weapon fragments. At this point, I'll trade them for a tank of gas. Actually, that'd be a pretty good trade. Weapon fragments for gas. Gas is expensive. I'll trade them for ramen. That's, so if I'm going to trade him for ramen, I might as well trade him for a bone saw to cut off Taylor Swift's arms and legs. Which is an odd sentence to say. But I digress. So, augment soldiers. We're going to throw Tay-Tay in the tube. Insy-winsy, Taylor. There you go. Augmenting soldier.
I never thought I'd see the day when our troops would willingly give up an arm and a leg just to gain a tactical advantage over the enemy.
Seriously, Dr. Shen? Well, clearly you're not asking the right age demographic, because I know a lot of folks whose joints have been destroyed by abuse and damage that they did to their bodies in their younger years with contact sports who would readily volunteer to have those arms and legs chopped off and replaced with some cold rolled steel replacements. So maybe instead of asking people in their early 20s, you should look for like the early 40s subset. I bet you'd find a hell of a lot more takers, Dr. Shen. Hell of a lot more. So think about it. I read Old Man's War. I know how that works. 75-year-olds are the best soldiers. Speaking of which, if you haven't read Old Man's War, check it out. A fantastic book, John Scalzi. Anyway, with that finished, let's start scanning. See if we can get our next mission. Oh, and we actually finished a mech trooper, which I think was Charlie Hunnam. We can take a look. He probably needs a promotion anyway, so let's get that taken care of while we're down here. Yep, Charlie Hunnam, finally drift compatible, so he's going to be looking to pilot Gypsy Danger as quickly as possible. And Charlie is not a Jaeger. I thought when you chopped Rocketeers they became Jaegers, but apparently I'm completely full of fucking shit. Because he's an archer. And he has a terrible ability. So you can throw or launch grenades over exceptionally long distances. Woohoo! We don't have a fucking grenade launcher and can't afford to build one. Yippee! Well, welcome aboard, Charlie. Looks like you're going to be sitting in the barracks for a good long while. Also, you have 2 missions and no kills. What the fuck is wrong with you? Clearly, you couldn't find anyone drift compatible enough, I guess. Must be waiting for the hot Asian chick to drift with, but all we've got is Drake. So, hey, maybe when Taylor Swift comes out, he'll be able to drift with her, and then they can, I don't know, save Tokyo from rampaging monsters. Anyway, back to scanning. Apparently one of our other shivs was damaged and required rebuilding. We must have started that some time ago. We have 20 sectoid corpses for 1 scientist. Yeah, no. That's...
You've got an incoming transmission,
Oh,
Commander.
lovely. We've got a council
Guess
mission.
who?
I'm gonna guess it's Optimus Prime, because he's the only guy who ever fucking calls us. In fact, he might be the only person who has our number central. So it's a council mission. 75 credits is real shitty, actually, but 5 scientists is actually quite useful. So, yeah, we're definitely going to do this one then. Asset recovery mission. Interesting. Alright. Not sure we've done one of these before.
We're confident that you will handle this matter with discretion.
Once again, Optimus Prime, despite your constant assurances that you're watching, I can't help but feel that you are in fact not watching at all when you say things like, you rely on our discretion. So Sean, no Angel Pen, going to be leading our troopers here, and he's going to go phalanx armor, heavy laser rifle, and a scope and a laser sight. Now, I do know that I have a Gauss rifles available, but the standard Gauss rifle has no damage differential over the heavy laser rifle, and a lower crit chance and a lower hit chance. So the heavy laser rifle is actually a better choice for a unit with a high aim. We're going to leave it on Sean Penn. Gonna want a gunner coming along. Joss Whedon, of course, in the hospital, thanks to his fisticuffs battle with a chrysalid. He did manage to come out on top of that, by the way, which is pretty goddamn impressive. And it's gonna be a saw and Gauss machine gun, actually, for Megan Fox. Yes, that's right. The Shanae Jenkins Memorial Gatling laser has been sidelined in favor of her replacement. It's like when Martin cast Shanae Jenkins aside to, you know, roll with Gina instead. She was just an upgrade. He had no choice. Sorry, Shanae. It actually saddens me, literally, to see you left in the barracks. That's an ignoble fate for a weapon as useful as yourself. Gonna take Mel Gibson. No reason to not have Uncle Mel along in this mission. We should be able to make at least reasonable use of a sniper. So it's going to be a scope and a laser sight for Uncle Mel. He'll be kitted out. Probably one of the last missions we'll have to take that laser sniper rifle on. Our Gauss long rifle should be finished in short order, and I'm actually quite looking forward to that. Let's grab the junkyard as well. We're going to want an engineer. So Kim Junkyard Kardashian is going to come along. She's going to be toting a Gauss rifle and an assortment of grenades. She's also going to be toting that ass. Yeah, Kim Kardashian. She has a nice ass. That's, I mean, really all you can say positive about Kim Kardashian. She has a nice ass. There's really no other discussion on the subject. Since we've got Kim Kardashian, let's grab Kanye West. We'll just roll with Kim Ye. And it's going to be a scatter laser. We would really like to get some alloy cannons built, but we just don't have the cash, so... Scatter laser, flashbang, and an arc thrower. Council missions typically have tons of thin men, and we still haven't captured a thin man, so we may get a chance. Don't want an assault trooper, and I think our most active assault trooper, yep, looks like it's Mr. Tibbs. That's Mr. Tibbs! I called you Mr. Tibbs, Mr. Tibbs. Never mind, then! So the Dr. Glenn Glass Memorial Shotgun for Sidney Poitier. He's going to be toting some breaching ammo and an arc thrower. Breaching ammo just in case. You know what? There's not going to be a berserker on this map. It's a council mission. I don't need breaching ammo. Let's give Sir Sid a flashbang instead. So we'll do flashbang and arc thrower. Now, I could be wrong. It's possible there could be berserkers on council missions, but if that's the case, I've never encountered that once, so I gotta think it's at least unlikely enough to merit not taking the breaching ammo. We'll get a medic, of course. That'll be Cheyenne, not famous LeBouf. LeBuff, McBeef, McBoff, McBoof. Boofalama Ding Dong, whatever you want to call him. He's going to carry a Gauss rifle and then his battle scanners and medkits. And for our final unit, it's going to be one of our mech troopers, and I'm feeling a little Ashley Olsen coming on. You know what? Do we? Who's our other? We have 2 mech troopers, right? Or 3? We have another one. We have a Marauder. That's Drake, but he's tired. Seems like we should have another mech trooper. Do we not? Shouldn't we? We have a Shogun, right? Yeah, let's take the Shogun then. We're gonna get Alpha Dog out there. I could take Ashley Olsen, but honestly, I feel the Olsen twins really only work well together. Mary Kate is nothing without Ashley. Likewise, Ashley nothing without Mary Kate. So we're gonna leave them to go together. Although I gotta say, having Mary Kate, or I guess Ashley's our mech trooper, but having Ashley Olsen wield a flamethrower. Shit, somebody in Hollywood needs to get on that, because I would pay literally all the monies to watch Ashley Olsen kick ass with a flamethrower. Well, that's our crew. Let's get stuck in. Off we go. I believe we're going to Nigeria, home of princes, lottery winners, email scams, of course.
Prepare for deployment, Strike One.
Alright, well, let's begin.
Listen
Operation
up. We're going to be
Black
dropping
Justice.
deep in the Nigerian interior for
That's
the next operation.
It sounds a lot like a late 70s blaxploitation film. Look out, because John Rod is Black Justice. And then John Rod's like a sort of a rebel cop who plays by his own rules. Drives a cool car, like maybe a Charger or something. Probably like cherry candy apple red, maybe. All the women love him, of course, that goes without saying. But he can't be tied down to any one woman because he's Rod. I already forgot what his first name was. Detective Rick Rod is Black Justice. Actually, kind of want to see that now. Alright, so we actually have a pretty good opportunity to get some decent work with Mel Gibson. If we can get him up on top of that building, his damn good ground ability will hold him in pretty good stead. So we're actually going to make a concerted effort to get Uncle Mel up to the top of that building. In order to do that, he is going to be one of our later moves, because we will want to make certain that the coast is clear before we commit to that. A lot like Rick Rod, we can't commit until we know it's legit. So seriously, those jokes may never get old. So get used to it. Strap in. Gonna be a lot of that. All right. Well, it doesn't look like Uncle Mel's gonna be making it to cover this turn. What have we got? Is that a pot of Seekers and Thin Men? Like 3 Seekers and a Thin Man. All right. So let's get Megan Fox posted up somewhere where she can really contribute next turn. Oh, you know what? We might be able to set a nice little ambush here. Let's see if we can actually work that out. So Sean Penn, why don't you go there? And you can go on Overwatch. I don't think they're likely to move, but there's no reason to take a risk. Alpha Dog, I want you to turn yourself into a full cover element.
Holding cover position.
And while you do that, we're going to have Sir Sidney take cover behind you, so he can get ready to deliver a run and gun if necessary. Kim Kardashian's actually going to not be in cover at all, but she's going to be out of line of sight so that she can do some work for us with a grenade.
Scanning.
Old Kanye is going to come take a peek just around the other side of this truck, make sure the way is clear, and it looks fine. So we're going to have Kanye advance a little bit so he can come around that corner with a flanking maneuver, and then Uncle Mel Gibson actually is just going to stay right where he's at. And Timberlake, I guess, in addition to being full cover, will also be Overwatch. The aliens, of course, moving to spoil our well-laid plan pretty much immediately. Let's see what these Seekers do. And Seekers aren't going to do anything. Looks like they're just sitting there. And it's a good thing we didn't have Mel Gibson head for the rooftop, because that would have turned out very, very poorly. Alright, so let's pop whatever pod we can pop. And that should be these Seekers. Thoink. Nice. So starting things off with a nice kill there from Megan Fox. And that's going to bring 2 Seekers closer in. Megan Fox, of course, ready with the double tap. Not a great hit chance here. So we'll take the 69%. And Megan Fox, not banding about, she's going to go ahead and deliver. So Sean Penn cannot see the far thin man, but he will have 2 64% shots, or rather 1 64% shot, because that's all Sean Penn needs. Apparently he decided to put his eyeballs in today.
Moving.
So Justin Timberlake's going to move forward and try to spot. Oh, well, I was concerned about that, actually. So Sean Penn with an Overwatch shot. That connected, luckily for us. We should be able to close out that thin man, so we don't have to worry about anyone being flanked. And by that I mean Sean Penn literally going to hit every single shot he takes this mission. Well done, Sean. I mean, damn, that was well prepared, sir. Honestly, I was not expecting that. We can only see one enemy. We only have one enemy visible. I'm pretty sure there is an enemy up on the top of this building where we want to put Uncle Mel, however. Let's investigate. We don't really have a good opportunity to get up there. And I don't really like having Kanye sort of over here in unexplored territory. That seems like a phenomenally bad idea. But hey, phenomenally bad ideas are kind of my thing. Let's commit. Alright, so Kanye's got nothing. Let's bring Kanye up then, and he can take over our spotter role. Mel Gibson can't. He doesn't have a shot, huh? Actually, quite surprised by that. So Justin Timberlake can see 2 units. What 2 units can he see? One. I don't know where the other one is. So, intriguing. So we're going to have Kim K move forward then. And she has 1 visibility on 1 alien. You know what? We're going to take that shot, actually. That'll hollow target him up, which is fine.
Damn it!
Where's McBeef? We're going to bring Sir Sidney. That actually has a Sir Sidney potentially flanked. We're going to take Sir Sidney over here, actually. So Sir Sidney's going to get ready to clear out that building. Shia LaBeouf is going to take this position of full cover. He won't be able to see anything, but that's okay. We're probably going to have Sir Sidney, or rather, we're going to have McBeef pop a smoker anyway. And Uncle Mel has a squad sight shotgun, a very good one. We're going to take that shot, absolutely. Uncle Mel hits driving nails. That's his job, and that's his business, and business be cracking. So we're going to use collateral damage here, which is an interesting ability that I really wanted to try it out. Hadn't had a chance to use it. We may be able to get the kill here if this truck explodes. So let's give it a shot. Justin Timberlake adopting his patented scorched earth policy, and honestly, I got to say that actually turned out pretty well. Can we get all 3? We cannot. Well, I really feel that probably Kanye is in a more vulnerable position, so let's smoke out old Kanye. Besides, Kanye, definitely more accustomed to dealing with smoke. He, proclivity for that sort of thing. And it turns out we smoked the wrong guy. We should have smoked Kim Kardashian, because she is now flanked. And badly wounded. On the plus side, Kanye West will be in a position to immediately avenge his paramour. Now let's see what this thin man's up to. Looks like he's going to take a shot at
I'm taking heavy fire over here.
Kim Kardashian. Okay, so she's suppressed. That's actually not a serious problem. And Sir Sidney is going to be in a nice position to make that guy pay.
Armor integrity is holding.
So there's a hit for Alpha Dog. Now, Justin Timberlake does have the servos that allow him to repair himself. What the shit, man? These guys are...
No, this isn't right.
A lot of units in full cover taking hits here. This is a little bit of bullshittery. Megan Fox has panicked, and that's terrible. Alright, so none of the aliens are on Overwatch. Let's see if Mel Gibson can lift that, see if Mel Gibson can lift that suppression. This will be a kill if it hits. Alright, so Mel Gibson's got the suppression taken care of.
Hostiles pacified.
And Sir Sidney has an opportunity to do some fine work for us here. So, Sir Sidney's going to have to step out in the open. You know what? We're going to have to take the risk. We've got some guys in... Are you fucking shitting me? Can we pop more pods? So we were going to bring Sir Sidney out in the open, of course, foolishly thinking that these would be the only 2 aliens in the vicinity, but... Well, that's, of course, absolutely ridiculous thing to think, because there are a billion aliens everywhere. He also didn't even do his job. So this is going very poorly, very quickly. Sean Penn with a 99% hit chance. So we're going to go ahead and take that. Yeah, well, you've got one more shot in you, I'm sure.
I need ammo. Kill confirmed.
Alright, so he's empty. And we may, and of course Justin Timberlake, I did not see his repair servos activate, which has me troubled, to say the least. What can you see? A very bad shot at a Thin Man. Alright, so it's going to be up to Kim Kardashian here. She's going to have to do some good work for us with a grenade. I want to, yeah, throw it on him, please. This actually could kill him, Kim. Come on.
Suck on this.
You can't rely just on that ass. I mean, at some point you actually have to try and contribute as well. So Kanye is not in a great position. You know what? We're going to flush shot that guy and try and get him to move.
Flushing him out.
We want to get him away from Sir Sidney, and that honestly worked not at all. Couldn't have gone worse, actually. So that means Justin Timberlake is going to have to take one for the team and expose himself to a pretty unpleasant volume of fire. In addition to that, he's going to be completely out of ammo, but this may keep Sir Sidney alive. Also a kill for Timberlake.
Ammo out. Target pacified.
And that just leaves McBeef.
Heading to that location.
It hasn't been too terribly useful so far. He actually does have a shot. A terrible, terrible shot. So McBeef is going to smoke our 2 units. And basically all I've done with that is guarantee that Sir Sidney is shot. I regretted that as soon as I clicked the button, actually. So a nice little throwback. Hey, immediately regrettable decisions. That's our bit, man. We got that shit in spades. So Justin Timberlake's repair servos actually did kick in there. And Sir Sidney is shot. Yeah, Sir Sidney's probably dead, actually. This, it's not looking good for Mr. Tibbs. Not good at all. We've got some Seekers that are moving around invisibly somewhere. Wow, I actually am quite surprised that Sir Sidney survived. Quite surprised, actually. So the first thing we're going to do then, we need to know where those Seekers are. What can Megan Fox even see? Okay. We need to know where those Seekers are, so... The Beebs is going to deploy his final battle scanner.
Getting a better look.
Alright, so there we go. Got the enemy right up in our grill.
We're green to
Gonna lock and load then for Sean Penn. How can he not have a target? They're right there. So, definitive hits. I'm actually very worried about that Thin Man. We may revisit Mel Gibson in a moment. Justin Timberlake is out of ammo. But the one thing Justin Timberlake is not out of is flamethrower ammo. And we're gonna make use of some. So long, Thin Man.
They won't last long.
Enjoy fire. Yeah, that's right, you panic. I'm making fun of a Thin Man for panicking because we set it on fire, but I gotta say, you set me the fuck on fire, panicking is pretty much the first goddamn thing I'm gonna do as well. So now that Timberlake has cleared the zone, we're gonna have Kim Kardashian throw a heat warhead at these Seekers. Whop. And there's one problem solved. So the only thing Sir Sidney can see, yep, just that Thin Man. Alright, Sir Sidney's going to run and gun then. And this truck has already exploded, so fortunately it can't explode again.
Running.
And this should be a kill for Sir Sydney.
Negative. Weapons.
There's
dry.
no kill like overkill, son, saith Sir Sydney. I mean, he is a knight. I can only assume that he would talk that way.
Stepping off.
They don't just hand orders of the British Empire out to anyone. I mean, you gotta have the lingo down before they'll knight you. And we're gonna have Kanye West take a little bit of a dash move. Don't run through acid, Kanye, you chode. And Uncle Mel is actually gonna move over and begin to try and take up his sniper position. So after we've killed almost every enemy on the map, Uncle Mel's gonna look for the high ground. The repair servos for Timberlake coming back online. And I'm actually quite surprised that nothing jumped out and just immediately butchered Sir Sydney, because that's sort of the way this mission has been going. Mel Gibson gonna occupy his crow's nest and reload, actually. Sir Sydney's empty, so he's gonna reload. Megan Fox actually are 1 unit with ammo.
Moving out.
We're gonna have Megan come up there, and you know what? She may as well reload. Shia LaBeouf yet to fire his weapon.
Orders confirmed.
Yeah, we noticed, Shia. Don't think just because you're not famous anymore that no one saw that shit. We were all watching.
Yes, sir.
Gonna move to corner cover for Sean Penn. Reload for Alpha Dog, of course. He's completely out of ammo. And let's bring Junkyard up to this corner cover so she can get ready to lob us some grenades at any nearby enemies. Kanye, go ahead and reload, buddy. And honestly, we should probably try and get Kim Kardashian patched up a little bit. Of course, if the Beebs has taught us one thing, it's that getting healed by the Beebs immediately gets you reprimanded for having the fucking gall to get hurt in the first place. Let's see if that trend continues. So patch up Kim Kardashian.
Come on. You'll be back in the fight ASAP.
Oh, wow. Justin Timberlake, or rather, sorry. Oh, this is Shia LaBeouf. That's why. Okay. Shia LaBeouf can say nice things. It's Justin Bieber who's the complete asshole. So, that stands to reason. And I'm sorry for casting aspersions on your character, Shia. I know you're a sensitive artist. What the hell? Who can you see? We have an enemy back here? Where? So, apparently there's an enemy back here? I know I used the question intonation there because I'm legitimately confused as to how there could be an enemy back here.
I'm on the move.
So let's go check it out then, I guess. And it still says Timberlake. I can see a target, but I'm not buying it. That, again, could potentially be the bug.
Moving.
So we're going to have Mel take a peek inside this building.
Roger that.
I can't see anything. He's going to go on Overwatch.
Good to go.
So Sydney,
Affirmative.
going to Overwatch.
Covering now.
And I have a feeling that I'm just wasting time here. Because I think Justin Timberlake, rather than actual vision on an enemy, may just be bugged. So Kim Kardashian taking extra effort to weave that ass around the fire because, well,
Getting there now.
she only has one asset. She's got to take care of it.
Scanning.
When that's your lot in life, you gotta make sure not to damage what you're good at. You know what? Come on, Justin Timberlake. If you're convinced there's an enemy over there, go check it the fuck out and find him then. I think you're full of shit, son. I swear I saw him. He's back there. Oh, that was my Justin Timberlake impression. It's just pretty fucking bad, actually. So McBeef's gonna heal up Megan Fox, and I gotta say, that's Megan Fox with an injury as well. That's yet another gunner going to visit the hospital.
Watch.
So things have not been working out too terribly well for our gunners. Alright.
I'm on my
Get out of
way.
here. There can't... Yeah, you're full of shit, Justin. I mean, come on. There's nothing back here, buddy. It's okay. There's nothing back there. You don't have to be afraid. So Timberlake actually bugged. That's just a bug then.
Heading to that location.
We have Kim K come peep in his window. He sees nothing. So Overwatch for Kim Kardashian then. And Kanye West is going to move out, prepare to kick open a door.
Okay.
Megan Fox is going to move up, take his position. She's going to hunker down. Kanye is going to Overwatch. Mel Gibson's going to resume his... You know what? I really want to make sure there's nothing in
Solid
here.
copy.
Alright, so we've explored everywhere. There's no enemies there. Justin Timberlake is just unduly freaked out. Gotta get a little bit of nerves working, so...
Got it. Moving.
So Sydney's gonna dash. And let's see how Team Alien reacts here. Right, so we have a thin man somewhere nearby. So Sydney, open that door and see if he's in that room. I don't think he's gonna be. He is in fact not.
Okay.
Why don't you advance into the room and go on over.
I feel, Commander.
But you know what, Megan Fox?
That's
If we're going to
affirmative.
kick open this door, we want to be well prepared. Having you up to cover us is probably the best preparation we could make. We're going to have McBeef peek in this
Moving to
window very
designated
quickly.
coordinates.
It looks clear. Is Kanye West taking his turn yet? And Justin Timberlake, rather.
Moving out.
At least in my defense, I keep calling him Bieber, but in my defense, at least they're both named Justin this time. It's not like I'm calling Drake Chris Brown. Well, since we know that room is clear, why don't you go to that door, Kim? And, let's get Kanye. We're gonna have Kanye reposition.
Solid copy.
He's gonna be our dash unit, so we can have Sean Penn take his place. And seriously, as a casting agent, I gotta say, having Sean Penn replace Kanye West would be the greatest casting decision one could possibly make. Alright, so we're not quite yet ready to breach yet. We want to have Mr. Tibbs in an ideal position.
Moving out.
And apparently Sydney's old hips incapable of climbing up and going over a railing.
I'm on it.
So, you know what, McBeef, I actually think you're in a pretty reasonable position, but let's have you heal
On my
instead.
way.
Kim has 6 health. Well, 6 health isn't going to be enough to heal Sir Sydney, but if you put your last patch on
Come on. Time to cowboy up.
Kim K, that would put her back to full health. Potentially that ass could take another hit without going down.
Come get some.
Another opportunity to tap that ass without having any major problems. And we're actually going to activate the jet boot module.
Position.
And just because I want Timberlake to make sure this roof is cleared. So we're going to have him jet boot up to the rooftop. Also, you gotta admit, it's pretty fucking cool watching him do that. And it's just going to be Overwatch for the rest of the team.
Come get some.
Mel Gibson not going to be able to do a lot to anything that's in that building from his current firing position. But Mel Gibson is comfortable being alone, probably talking to himself. Recanting tales about the time that one of his characters served in Nam. And you know what, McBeef? Before I was going to say we could have McBeef go in, but honestly, I think we should take a look at the rest of the building before
They've
we just
reached the
send
control
anyone in.
room. It doesn't look like they did too much damage.
Oh, okay, Dr. Shen, that wasn't cryptic at all. Alright, so we're going to take McBeef in then. Danger!
Good to go.
Danger, McBeef!
Look sharp. Enemies rolling
Alright,
up.
so there's our enemies. And that actually turned out to be a pretty reasonable move. So McBeef, not going to be the only one with a shot here. One of those is a sectoid, which I'm actually not terribly worried about. Wow, nice shot there, LaBouffe. That's some fine work, son. So one of those guys came over in this direction, so let's have Kanye check that out. Alright, there he is, right there. Kanye's gonna have a flank shot on him. That can't miss. Didn't get a kill, of course, because, well, Kanye sucks, I guess, is really the only explanation for that. I don't know why we can't hit him from here with Mel
Heading
Gibson.
to that location.
But perhaps if we readjust? Still no, huh? And Timberlake still can't actually see anyone. Megan Fox also cannot see anyone. Alright, so it's going to be up to Sean Penn then. We're going to have Penn
On my
take
way.
cover behind this stack of crates. How can he not see that guy? I don't understand why that guy is invisible. So somebody has to get over there and also be able to shoot, or are we going to get dicked by line of sight? We're pretty much going to get dicked by line of sight. So Timberlake, actually, with our only chance to save that unit, Kanye West got himself in kind of a tough spot, and it's going to be up to Justin Timberlake to try and take him down with collateral damage. Let's hope this can get 2 damage. Of course, it got 1 damage. But did it give us line of sight? For some reason, Mel Gibson can now see that enemy, so collateral damage was enough to get it done. Apparently a small stack of crates offering world's greatest cover opportunities. And Megan Fox is actually going to go on Overwatch. So is Sean Penn. I'm worried about something coming out of that room and charging our units. That would be real bad, actually. So Kim Kardashian's actually going to dash in up here into the fray. And Sir Sidney actually is going to run and gun.
Going in for the kill.
Sir Sidney's going to run and gun, probably for an Overwatch shot, actually. Been run and gunning for Overwatch more than I'm comfortable with lately. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. But that should help keep Kim unflanked. Keep Kim unflanked, by the way, the hashtag that's currently trending on Twitter. Keep Kim unflanked. They actually want more pictures of her ass, and that's what they mean by unflanked, is that they want to see her butt exposed. So keep Kim unflanked. Show that ass. And Kim Kardashian, speaking of unflanked, goodbye, little sectoid.
Frag out.
You shouldn't hide through walls when Kim Kardashian is around, because she will blow them to shit apart. And I believe that just leaves 1 unit that I'm pretty sure is in this room.
Solid copy.
Or not.
Roger. Got my eyes.
Okay, so there's a Seeker somewhere that's stealthed up, which means we need to consolidate our units.
Moving to designated coordinates.
So we're going to have Uncle Mel close in. We don't want anyone to be sort of alone.
Come get some. Scanning.
We don't want anyone to be the subject of a Tiffany song.
On Overwatch.
If you think you're alone now, find a buddy. That's the new rule.
They got me blank.
And there we go. So this should be a dead Seeker. Very dead.
Target down.
And end of mission, I'm gonna guess.
Commander.
There we go, end of
Was a
mission.
success.
Operation Black Justice was, I wouldn't say a complete success, because a lot of troopers are going to be in the hospital after this. And this is beginning to become a very, very disturbing trend. Got a lot of guys that are going to be spending long periods of time in the hospital. The drawback to that is that means we're going to have to take some of our less experienced troopers out on missions where we may be throwing them in over their heads. Of course, then again, when you got somebody like Kristen Stewart, fuck, Dr. Seuss is over Kristen Stewart's head, so yeah, look at that. Wow, that's real shitty. So, several 3 to 4 week stays in the hospital for a number of our good troops, including Kim Kardashian. Although Kim at least did earn a promotion. Let's take a look and see what she's got. Oh. Kim's probably going to be a Packmaster. Yeah, it's going to be Packmaster for Kim Kardashian. That's going to be just an absolute buttload of grenades. See what I did there, Kim Kardashian? She's all about that ass. So, you know, yeah. Also, she's used to hauling around a lot of weight, so it actually kind of makes sense that, you know, that she'd have Packmaster. You got to haul around as much ass as Kim Kardashian hauls around, you get some experience with it. So, Suppression, which we actually like. Opportunist, which is okay-ish. Honestly, Revive, I'm not a huge fan of. Mostly because it requires a critically wounded trooper to work, and it just seems like a terrible thing to base a skill on. I do like Suppression out. But then again, Opportunist is also tempting. You know what? In this case, let's just take the one that has the best stat bonus. Whichever one has the greater stat bonus is the one we're going to take. And it looked like Opportunity was zeros across the board, so let's see what Suppression gets us. If it'll ever stop scrolling. 1 aim. Well, 1 aim is better than 0 aim, so Suppression it is, LaBouffe. Congratulations, buddy. Alright. Some Thin Man corpses, still no Thin Man captures, which sucks. I would like to capture a Thin Man at some point. Eventually we're going to need it if we want to get the dodge boost. I can't remember whether it's the autopsy or the interrogation that gets that, but we are going to need those. Some alloys, some weapon fragments, a few Seeker wrecks. Nothing exciting. 5 scientists, however, which is fantastic. And of course we did get to go on Operation Black Justice, which is one of the coolest things ever. Detective Rick Rod was really backing us there. Oh, yeah. That's right. It's a good thing he was behind us in his cherried-out Dodge Charger, because otherwise the aliens probably would have won. But they knew Rick Rod had our back. Alright, so $75 also. That's like 2/3 of an alloy cannon, so not entirely terrible. And of course Optimus Prime reminding us that he will be watching our covert operations, which are in no way covert. The man is a fucking dichotomy. Faceless, mysterious, makes no sense at all. He's basically just like a hidden madman that periodically shows up and spouts lunacies in our ear. Maybe he's Nostradamus. Who knows? Anyway, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really means a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, you can always subscribe as well. We'll see you again soon.